Here we go.
That was super weird. Well, welcome to Mature Adult Time. We are here. I am Fina Costanza in Los Angeles, and I am here with
Mel C.
I'm Mark Hernandez.
And Eric is coming at us from Prague.
I'm in Prague now, yeah.
He's in Prague, China, everybody.
Doing big things.
Prague, China.
So how is it out there in Prague? Tell me about it.
I mean, it's been pretty crazy. It's been a pretty crazy trip so far. You know, like I came out here for my sister's 30th birthday, and she wanted to do Poland and Prague. So, yeah, I've been in Prague the last couple days. It's pretty crazy. There's fucking cannabis everywhere. Cannabis shops, cannabis this, cannabis that. But
High all the time, then.
Unfortunately not. It's all CBD.
Oh, so you're just.
It's also like they can only it's like 0.2% THC per 100 milligrams. Like that's all they can do.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's weird rules. But also like I've been trying to figure this out because I've been getting high by myself a lot, and I think when they do
Should
these,
we all go? Aw, say that again.
No,
say,
it's a good thing.
No, say I've been getting
high by myself a lot.
Aw.
Yeah, that was way better actually. It hurt me more. Like that. No, so I was thinking when they say like the milligrams, that's pure THC crystal, right? Like in the food, so they go like 25 milligrams. That means 25 milligrams of like keef. Is that how that's going?
I don't know, but you just reminded me I have a bomb ass edible in my in my refrigerator.
There you go. Well, I'm glad I could bring it up.
I've been looking at THC
I'll bring that closer to you.
levels like in my STIIIZY, so it's a hella more like it's like a 80% THC in the STIIIZY, and then if I get it like the weed that I got, it was like 20% THC.
Well, yeah, because the STIIIZYs are like concentrate.
Concentrate.
Which I will say this one thing that shout out to STIIIZY because I took my STIIIZY on my neck, which I always wear around. You can see right here. I did it floating down a river, and I forgot I had this, and I was getting wet as fuck because I went down on a cheap little inner tube, and this thing stopped working for a little bit, and without putting it in rice or anything, it still works to this day.
Fuck yeah! It probably hits harder now, huh?
Yeah, it tastes like river.
Somehow.
Tastes like Truckee River.
But it's like it's crazy because they have all these, especially in like the tourist centers, they have all these cannabis shops, and they sell like you walk into them and they have jars of different strains of flour, and they have all these cookies and edibles and lotions and suckers and all this kind of shit. But it's all CBD.
I mean,
and at first,
it's better than
how many
nothing.
people think that they're getting high?
A bunch. I've heard so many people. But that's the thing is like.
They are.
Where we come from, like it's so prevalent, but I mean, 30 years ago, this was a communist country. So the fact that just CBD is like out and open, and they have like giant 420 aliens like hitting bongs and gas mask bongs, and they sell all that shit.
Right.
And yeah, part of it's a tourist trap, but it's like it's pretty cool that it's legal, and it's like definitely a step in the right direction.
Yo, were communists against weed?
I was gonna say that. Like, did they hate weed?
Yeah, was that like a? I mean, is that
I
like
would
a
think they
political
would want
stance? I
everyone
had no
high
idea.
just
Yeah,
to be like,
I don't know, but
get high, fool. We're all sharing. Get high. Right?
China, like in China, you can't have it. Like you can't have it in China. Like I don't know of a communist country that has legal weed
Yeah,
or has like.
Communist. We're gonna get high.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, but it's just like it's.
What about hash?
Oh,
no, that's
I mean, there's. I mean, I haven't found any. Apparently,
you got it.
Apparently, like medical weed is legal. So, like, if you have serious medical conditions, I guess you can get it. And I've smelt some weed around people smoking weed that I could smell.
They're growing.
And it's like, it smells like the ditchweed. Like it smells like ditchweed that I smoked when I was in high school. Like but it's like really interesting.
I used to call it.
We call it stress.
Yeah. Stressy poos.
Speaking of GE, since you're behind us on this big screen, and again, if you're watching
Yep.
around Facebook, YouTube, and stuff, I'm gonna take a hit of this blunt and I'm gonna try to make it so I'm blowing it out like it looks like you're blowing it out of your mouth.
All right.
Okay.
Do it, fool.
Well, that way.
You should try to blow it into my mouth and see if I can get high,
I
across
should.
digital
That's
streams.
cheating.
I think we're all a little high on this one.
Excuse you, Fina. That's cheating.
Mel said I'm being extra.
Being hella extra. And
Whatever.
if I say it, you know it's serious.
But yeah, no, I've got a bunch of footage to show you guys. I can't wait to like catch up more when I've been able to process this trip, like because it's been some pretty crazy shit, and I've got a lot of footage of crazy vodka tours and going to salt mines. The salt mine, which I never thought would I knew it would be cool because I like salt, but it was way cool.
I knew it'd be cool because I like salt.
Yeah. Bunkers, nuclear
awesome.
bunkers and shit. Like, yeah, there's lots to catch up on. But what have you fools been up to?
Just chilling. I fucked up. I was at work and I was holding a pint glass and it exploded and I cut my thumb and like it didn't hurt, but it bled like it was dripping blood everywhere. And now it's just like this cut, and now it's just super annoying because now it kind of hurts. But like, thumbs are important, especially
Yeah, you
like
kinda
the
need
tips of them. It's like fucking. I smoke too much to be, and it's like every day, every 2 seconds, I'm hitting the lighter with like cut thumb.
Every day.
Basically,
Got to start using use the other hand.
I've been suffering. But hey, I heard something about, maybe you could tell me about the Amazon scam with dirt, and I just heard whispers of it, and I think I'm going to be upset that I didn't think about this.
First of all, can I just say that I love Amazon's return policy. The fact that this person's been abusing it really hurts my feelings because I've been experiencing like the last month or so. I've been just buying things and I find the slightest thing wrong with it and I return it right away. And Amazon has been really cool with that.
You know why? You know what you're turning into,
What?
Art Hernandez?
What?
To my mother, except the
Juanita.
sit-at-home version of it.
Call me
You-
Juanito.
Yeah, Juanito.
He looks like
Art
Juanito.
Juanito. Juanito Art. Or this fool's just buying shit to return it. Like,
Yeah,
I'm buying it to test it out because I'm not
ooh.
because I'm not in a real store, so I can't feel it. I'm just looking at pictures and I go off of people's things, and if it just doesn't feel right or not, like a lot of the stuff I'm buying costs a lot of money, so I'm not gonna like have the wrong
But
fit or something.
listen, you have become the biggest
I
shopaholic
am.
in the last couple of months.
Well, because
me
I was
too.
hospitalized and I was stuck at home, and like online shopping became my
It's-
source of like shopping for
fun.
food
I love it too.
and items that I need. Yeah, and I'm
Every day I walk up to the door when I'm home and there's just 3 packages for Art. I'm like, oh, are any of these for me? No, it's all Art Hernandez. Just ordered a bunch of shit.
Yeah, there's a package.
That's because I return
exciting.
shit a lot and I rebuy it. Like so
I love
everything I
opening
purchase
up.
on Amazon, I probably buy like
Oh.
2 or 3 different times.
Speaking of, hey, can you save up some cardboard boxes? I need them, just to,
Yeah,
I'm
no
gonna-
problem.
What I'm doing is I'm gonna make my own piñata.
Are the cardboard boxes?
No, don't
Yeah.
you need paper?
Don't you usually use like paper mache?
Yeah, but I'm making ones.
You have to do the
with-
frame out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
because I'm doing a custom one.
What are you gonna do, Rick and Morty?
I'm gonna do the number 4040.
For Andy.
Yeah,
Ooh.
No wonder he's been grumpy. He's turning 40. Fucking old.
no,
That's
not
right.
him. For someone else, it's a surprise.
Andy's been 40.
Andy's turning 50. That fool.
Yeah.
I
Eating all
love-
the donuts.
Man, he looks
Don't
great
get
for
me started.
50.
Did you tell that donut story? I know, like,
No, we
you told it in
pre-showed
the
the-
pre-show, but like,
but-
you should tell this. But we'll get back to Amazon. But this was.
I don't
rude.
know. It's gonna get me upset again.
She's gonna annoy me.
Well, I want
it's
that-
gonna get me upset.
Let
She's
people
being
call
a
in
hen.
or like,
Oh, we could put a question out to the people. Tell me if you think this is messed up.
yeah. Let us know.
I brought
It's
home
not.
4 donuts for Andy. 4. From Voodoo Donuts. And he was going to eat this one for breakfast, and I had to wake up early to go take Cheeto, the baby kitten, to the vet for her last vaccination. And I said, hey, if you eat it, just leave me a little piece because I want to taste it. And this fool ate all of the donut.
It was his donut. He could do what he wants.
I asked him. He said he would though.
Well, he
and
forgot it was too good.
no, he
and he
didn't
ate the fucking
forget.
donut.
He didn't forget. He does shit like this all the time. This is just a little example.
Well,
Then you
of
should have
this
bought 2
man's-
fucking donuts.
well, Andy
They
walked
didn't
into
have them.
a
They were out of
marital
everything. I
contract
got the
at
last one of
50-50.
that thing.
I just find it very hard.
There's the 50-50
to start a
thing.
sentence with, I bought
Half
him
of everything
something.
is his. Yeah, but they're married. Half of everything is theirs.
And I asked him to save me a bite. That's a reasonable request. I didn't even want half.
Fuck that. Once you've gone this far in marriage, each their own. Fuck that.
Oh, you know from experience.
Shit, I'm not even married, and fools are fucked when it comes to me. What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
This
Those are
fool-
fucked
Like,
with.
I don't have to get
Yeah.
married to be greedy with anybody that I'm fucking
This fool
swapping
is
spit with. I'll tell
fucking
you that.
greedy as
I'm
fuck.
just comfortable.
That's the thing. He's greedy, not me.
You took a vow to his greedy ass.
Say this. Does this
I
look
know.
Like Eric
That's
shared?
what I was gonna say. I chose it, but that doesn't mean I can't complain about it. He also chose this, so he knows repercussions.
The thing is that's bothering
He
me
gets
is that
no
you guys
donuts.
have a date planned tonight, and you're mad
Yeah.
over a fucking donut.
Hell yeah, I'm pissed.
I can't wait to not be with you anymore so I could send you gift donuts. And then you said Peruvian cream. You didn't even know how to pronounce the
Bavarian
cream.
cream.
It's
I
It's
said
Peruvian.
it. I said it wrong because I was so upset. Because it's not about the donut. It's about the disrespect.
There's no disrespect.
Yeah, he said he'd give me a bite. How?
It's a little disrespectful. If you say you're going to leave, if you're going to leave someone something, it's a little disrespectful. I can see that. But
Nah.
I don't think it's that
See,
upsetting.
and he-
It's just a donut.
Maybe it,
Yeah, and I'm obviously
Maybe-
not that upset.
Maybe you guys are
guys,
both right.
but
Maybe
he's
it's
dumb.
not disrespectful,
It's fucked up.
but it is a little rude. You know, like it's slightly
There we
rude,
go.
but it's disrespectful's a little bit higher of a tier.
Okay, Fina.
If
Okay.
I did that shit to him,
Okay,
can
but
see-
would you do that shit to him?
no, I give him the best of the
Believe
best.
you. I don't fucking believe
She gave him the
I
best
give-
years of her life.
I give him my last bites all the time because I show him love physically
fucking hiding
and
from-
mentally.
hiding
Ooh, you
feet
sex is a
massagers and
weapon.
shit.
Don't die.
That was the ways that he likes it.
That was from
No,
Santa
he's
Claus.
stupid with that too. You want to know what he said with that?
That's
So
the what?
I you guys,
Share.
Oh, fuck, Pat, motherfucker, you're being rude and selfish.
She let it go out. That's
Have me
listen to
roll a
me.
blunt, and now
That's
you're
how mad
smoking
she
it to
was.
the head.
I
Colder
put
hearted.
he closed his eyes and I put his feet at the foot massager. I had like the blindfold on him.
the blindfold.
did
Like
it-
you guys just have a blind.
I
Yeah,
had,
like you,
Freaky.
like one that just sits around.
has
That
a
is
blindfold on him.
freaky. I was not.
Not we made
I
a
have
blindfold.
put
We
his
just have
feet
the
in it.
blindfold.
I blindfolded him and put his feet in it.
Yeah, you guys are freaks.
Yep.
I'm obsessed with feet these
And
days.
I picture Andy in his chonies with the blindfold on and a PS4 controller in his
No,
hand.
he did. So
All excited, just like,
yeah,
let's
I
go.
put my like mask on him, and so he like put his feet in there and turned it on, and then he didn't say shit for like a minute and a half. Right? His just face went like, and I said, based on your face, you like it, and he goes, what is it? Like what? Like he's like,
What is
oh
it,
yeah,
pendejo?
exactly. So then I'm like, he's like, my mom might like this. You know, and he's like digging it, and I'm like, cool. And then he's been a grouch, right? So then I don't know what. He's like, oh, why isn't this getting the arches of my feet? It's not getting the arches of my feet. And I was like, well, I don't know what's wrong. It gets the arches of my feet. You know what I mean? This shit is
You
like
gotta
do- wait,
magical.
Don't be afraid
So
to
he didn't-
adjust
he didn't
your
even
feet in
know-
there.
Huh?
So he doesn't even know what it is. He doesn't even know what it is, and he's already complaining about it 90 seconds into it. It's like, it's not good enough. I need
Like,
to.
it's
I need
like
to
it's
do
a
that.
foot massager. And then so then I was like, I'm done talking to you for tonight because he was just really irritating me. And I'm dealing with my puzzle that Cheeto fucking put all over the floor and picking it up. And then he says from the other room, he's like, what is this supposed to do? What does this do? And I'm like, I can't help you with that question. Like, it's supposed to massage your feet and make your feet feel good. It's a
Yeah.
foot massager. He goes, why is it like,
I'm mad at him for eating the
Supposed to
donut
take you
now.
to another dimension.
why is he goes, why is it getting tight on my foot and then releasing? Why is it doing that? What is it supposed to do? And I'm like, I fucking can't
He didn't deserve
help
the donut.
you. Thank you. Now it makes
Not at
sense.
all.
Shit's adding up
Take
now,
that
huh?
fucking donut back, dude.
Fucking make him give it back. Yeah, no,
Fuck
feet
him.
massagers. So you bought one, and then my guy friend's roommate got one. And so when I go to their house, I've been massaging my feet with that one. I haven't tried yours yet, but I want to try yours because yours is the Oprah one, right?
Mine's the Oprah's favorite things one. It's good. I use it almost every day.
Hey, y'all, I'm obsessed with feet now.
Yeah, it's
Why? Yeah.
gross.
What's up?
obsessed with feet.
Well, okay.
What you
so
saw that Quentin Tarantino movie too?
All of his movies, you mean?
Stop! I haven't seen it. I'm seeing it tonight.
All of his movies have foot close-ups in them. Every single one.
And they're not ever
It's
cute.
always
feet.
women's feet. It's
And they're
always Uma
ugly
Thurman's
white girl
feet.
Yeah, she has ugly ass feet.
First of all, I think Uma Thurman is hot.
She's
You
hot
know
as
what?
fuck, but she's got ugly bony toes.
Right now, my feet
that's
are
okay,
ugly,
'cause
but
that works for her.
they can be cute.
Everything about of Uma Thurman is
You need to get a
hot
pedicure.
because she is
I
hot.
don't.
No, so like I've had people tell me in the past, like, "Oh, you have cute feet," and most people that have said it always start the sentence with, "Oh, I'm not really into feet, but you have cute feet." Didn't think anything of it. I had a couple of guys hop in my DMs recently on Instagram, and they were asking me if they could worship my feet. I thought it was hella weird. I fucking blocked these fools.
Dude, you need to screen capture those and put them onto go to our mature adult.
No, you need to respond to them and be
Instagram
like, "Yeah,
see them.
send me $300 and I'll send you a
Then I came
photo of my
across
feet."
this girl's
I would
Instagram.
post them on our Instagram.
I came across this one chick. This bitch, she sits on cakes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
You're just
it's-
finding that now.
I just found that, and this bitch makes mad money.
She makes more money for farting in them.
I could charge people like
Cake farts.
$300 just to fucking send them pictures of my feet, and I get pedicures weekly, bro. I get pedicures weekly.
You're
so my
kind of
nail
already
polish-
doing that with your hands.
My nail polish is already is always on point. But the other day I was at a bar, and I was wearing shoes, and this guy said something about my feet, and I was like, "What for?" And he said, "Yeah, you probably have some ugly ass feet." I was like, "I got beautiful feet." He said, "Let me see them. Pull them out."
He
So
said that on purpose so you would pull him
I
out.
pulled
Yeah,
them out.
exactly.
Oh yeah, I pulled them
He's
out,
playing
and
mind
this
games
fool. Oh,
with
this
you.
fool was quick as fuck. He grabbed my foot as fast as he could and kissed it. I slapped the shit out of his head. I was like, "Fool, I didn't give you permission."
Okay,
for that.
wait. Are you sitting? Tell me, are you sitting down?
Yeah, how does that work out?
I was standing. This fool fucking bent over and picked my foot up,
And kissed your foot,
and kissed my foot.
and you slapped him.
I slapped him in the head. Yeah, I didn't give him permission
what
for
did
that.
he? Yeah, what did he look like? This dude.
Did you know him? Like, is this a person you know?
I know this guy. I mean, we know each other because we go to the same bar.
Yeah.
And
Not that makes it better, but I just want to know is
guy.
it
He's like
completely
a really
random?
good Native American guy.
I mean, it's
Okay.
probably a fetish of his.
So
Yeah,
go on.
So
So what happened?
apparently, like a couple days ago, him and his friends were in the parking lot, and his friends are teasing him about being obsessed with feet or something, and he didn't remember kissing my feet. And when he walked in the bar, immediately the bartender goes, "Do you remember sucking on Melania's toes last night?"
Oh man.
And this fool was.
We
This,
don't mind sucking
this fool
on
goes,
toes.
"Wait a minute, who's Melania?" And then they describe him. They describe me to him, and he has a fucking picture of. He already had a picture of my foot that he asked to take when I had my house arrest on, when I had my ankle monitor on. This fool was like, "Oh, that's funny as fuck. Let me take a picture." Now I'm in my head like, this fool, he's been obsessed with my feet for fucking ever. It's just a weird thing. But another friend of mine saw my feet the other day, and he's like, "Oh my god, I like feet." And I saw how weird he got. So now, just to fuck with him, I send him pictures and videos of my feet.
That's not
random.
fucking with him.
It is fucking.
That's
well,
enabling.
It's enabling him, but it's funny because he's like, "I fucking hate you now. My dick's hard, and I can't do anything with this." Like, it's a weird thing. So I'm thinking,
What is it about feet?
I don't know. I don't know, but apparently mine make people go crazy. I think I should just start making money off of this.
I
I
think
think
so,
it's because
too.
toes look like little dicks,
What?
and it's like.
And these guys like little dicks?
It's the most okay way for guys to be gay.
No.
Is by sucking on little toes that just feel like they're little bony dicks they're sucking on.
No.
Think about it. I've never wanted to suck
That's
a
the
fucking
dumbest
toe.
shit.
Ew, I
It's just
wouldn't
a
want
theory.
anybody to
That
ever
is
suck
the
my
Just a
toes
dumbest
here.
shit
Look,
I've
I'm
ever
I'm out
talking
here
heard.
fishing
pictures.
for ideas.
That shit's fucking gross. I wouldn't let anybody suck on my toes. I think it's very odd.
I mean,
I would get my
Suck
toes
on-
I've
sucked
sucked
for sure.
I've sucked on a toe, but it's because I was asked to by someone I was dating. You know, she asked me to.
Were you
She
into
wanted
it?
it. I was like,
Were
all
you
right,
into
you
it
want
at all?
it? Sure,
Did you find
whatever.
yourself-
I'll do that.
Did you get into
There's
it?
not.
Did you like make out with her
That's
toe,
a
or did you
generous
just go?
lover.
No, I mean, you know, you got to get into it. You know, you got to get into it a little bit and make them happy. But it was like it gave her pleasure, so it gave me pleasure because we were in a relationship. You know.
From the look of your face,
But I'm not-
I think I answered my question, Serafina. Andy does not suck your toes.
No. Mm-mm.
You don't get pedicures enough either. I'd judge him.
I used to. But no one be sucking one of my toes, so what the fuck?
What's up with that, dude? Hashtag Andy starts sucking on toes. Mr. Fina.
Toe Fina.
Hashtag Mr. Fina gets us so.
Suck on my little fetus here.
Tofina, so funny.
Hashtag Tofina. Oh,
Oh
man.
my god, it's a thing.
Oh my god.
I don't know, but if this shit could make me money, I might just have to do it.
Dude, please don't do that.
Just
I mean,
do
if you do it, do
So
it.
can we get back to the Amazon scam? What is it?
Yeah,
I'm
let's
gonna
just-
scam
So
fools.
after
Something worse than that.
Art just like sucked Amazon's dick. Okay,
I did.
Art
I
loves
really
Amazon.
worship them. They have me.
So
I'm a Prime member. Show me respect.
Me too.
so
Well,
what happened?
I heard this story about this guy I think he was in Spain, and he is now being sued by Amazon for like 300 and some thousand euros, because what he would do is he would order products and then fill up boxes, return them, but fill up boxes with the exact amount, like the exact weight in sand, and ship them back. And I guess Amazon doesn't look at their returns very often. Like they put them in a warehouse and they just kind of sit there for like a long period of time. And because they have such a great return policy, he was then kept the products and sold them to other people at a discount. So he's like double dipping into all this shit. And I thought it was a brilliant. It's like, you know what? Good on you, man. Like, way to take advantage of these fuckers. Every once in a while, they're taking it. Corporations take advantage of us. Just,
Yeah.
give them back
I
every
mean,
once.
That might have-
Amazon doesn't pay taxes, so
That might be a good way to.
They might in France, I don't know,
If
or
you
Spain.
had-
We
If you
pay
had
more
Spain.
taxes
if
than
you were doing
Amazon.
fraud, that'd be like if you were like that person that was doing it was a fake person also, then you're the king, dude. You just got
Yeah,
away with
you
some
got
badass
caught.
shit, dude.
But you got caught.
He
No,
got caught.
oh, they got caught. But that's what I'm saying. If that person would have been using like, if they would have been like a Russian,
How
or
long was he doing it for?
I don't know, probably months.
I mean, yeah, long enough to get a bunch of like $300,000 worth of shit.
Dang, man.
I mean, that wouldn't even take that long on Amazon because they have everything.
He was
Honestly.
He was 22 years old. 22 years old, this fool
Is
was.
he in jail now? Is
He's
he?
just learning his lesson.
He's getting sued. I don't think he's going.
Oh,
is
he's
he
just
going to
getting
jail?
sued.
Getting sued.
Yeah, sending packages back filled with dirt to Amazon and earning nearly $370,000 in refunds.
I want to know how. That's so funny.
Well, he had the money though, which is even weirder. Well, I guess he just kept
He
doing
probably
it,
just
right?
probably kept on emptying out the account. Once he got the refund, he probably, because wouldn't they be able to just
Well, it's just
Well,
to save,
well,
back?
Because
it's to save money,
the
then he's profiting off of selling it at a discount rate.
Mm.
So if he bought $300,000 worth of product and got the refund, he selling all this stuff at a discount, he probably didn't make $300,000.
Yeah, or maybe he bought more. Maybe he bought more from Amazon. I mean, I don't know all of the particulars, but I know that I did read that the only way that they found out about it is because I guess it gets sent to a warehouse and it just sits in this warehouse, all the returns for like a long ass period of time, and they just do random audits. So they just pulled a package and opened it up, and it's just full of fucking sand.
That's fucking
Like, can you imagine like the fucking warehouse working? It's just boxes of sand.
Imagine the
funny.
people that are going to start robbing those warehouses. You just walk
Yeah,
in
no
there
one-
and you
exactly,
just
'cause
grab
they don't look at
random
the shit.
boxes of shit. You don't know what you have. You're just like, all right.
Oh, they might take
It might even be boxes of sand. Like, that's fucking nuts.
Hey, build a little backyard beach. You never know.
Lots of fraudulent shit going on
That's
these
crazy.
days, huh? Amazon, Equifax.
Oh yeah. So Mel, you said before that you're not getting any money.
Well, Eric sent us the link to our group
Yeah.
chat. So then you two did it, and you guys both got refunds, and I
Uh-huh.
still never did it. And I told my friend about it, and he didn't even hear about it when we were at the bar the other day. So he checked, and Art helped him get his refund. So I was like, "Fuck it, let me try." I don't do the Facebook, so
Well, it's not a Facebook thing. It's a credit thing.
Yeah, but a lot of
They're correct.
a lot of the information was taken from Facebook. Those people that were hacked, I think, or whoever the people that were involved, I guess. So those who do you
Cambridge
look like, or like what golden girl are you?
But how would they have your credit card information?
Because when
Your shit's
you allow
attached.
them to
It's
you know,
linked.
to share information to get to those apps. When you say yes, I'm allowing them permission to do blah 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 blah.
Like when you download an app, it always asks you if you want to share your location with this app.
I think those were two different scams, because Equifax is like one of the three like credit reporting bureaus. So there's like three bureaus.
They got hacked, and then
Well, I don't got
whatever
no credit
information was
cards either.
stolen from there. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of something different.
Yeah, if you don't have any credit cards, then
Yeah, no. I ain't got no credit cards. Fuck no. You know, me with the credit card, puta. I already
But now
spent enough money.
It's now come out that they you're like the $125 that everyone's supposed to be getting back, that we all applied for and we're supposed to be getting back. We're probably not going to get that at all, because they only set aside like $30 million of the settlement to refunds, and the amount of people that are going to apply for those like, I guess not refunds, rebates, whatever the fuck you call them. There's just too many. There's too many people. So even the FTC. So now it's like the government agency that told everyone to go do this now basically just falsely advertised, because they said, you know, go get your 125, but you're not going to get it.
Our token gay,
You might get like
our token gay guy Reese, he said he got his already, and it was a little debit card. So let's hope that you guys do get them.
That's not true at all, because you don't get them until after. I mean, you're not supposed to get them until after the filing closes, and the filing for people to actually like go and apply for it doesn't end until like January of next year. So there's no way that he got them back. There's no way that any corporation is sending money back that quick. Like I don't see that as being a thing at all.
Well, you know,
and it's not a debit card. It's a check. You're supposed to be getting a check.
when I did it, you can do either one.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
Or maybe he said he was on its way, but I could have swore he said he got his already.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Mentor's on his way.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's going to get it, because they have to keep it open for as many people to apply for it, and then they're going to break up the 30 million based on how many people applied for it.
You said that was that they set aside for how much did they get in total? You know, like how much are the lawyers getting, and then that 30 million is going out to the people that were affected, right?
The fine was over like $100 million,
and so like
I think way over that.
So they're getting like less than 30% is going to the actual victims of this, and the rest is going to people that did the lawsuit. Lawyers.
Well, that's not uncommon. Look at what's fucking happening in Mississippi.
What's happening in Mississippi?
Like 600 and what was it? Like 645 people.
680.
680 people. It was an ICE raid, the largest in history, on the first day of school, and it was all these like poultry farms, you know, chicken farms, like workers. Nobody's gonna fucking do that, and the people that hired them go untouched and get to still fucking sell their chickens. Like, that's bullshit. And there were so many parents that got detained. They had to buy like pizza for children, which I think is insane, because they bought all these pizza for the children that had to stay at the gym to sleep because they didn't have their parents to pick them up from school.
They're just it's insane, crazy. I was listening to NPR today, and 300 of them have been returned, and they said as a humanitarian, for humanitarian reasons, because they were the only guardians of young children, and if there was 2 parents were detained, then 1 was sent back.
And they also, I think they put ankle monitors on them as well.
And
that's expensive.
And the ICE guy that was on NPR this morning was like, you know, I got to give it up for Homeland Security, because, you know, they really went above and beyond returning people back to where they picked them up from. And the NPR guy was like, okay, you know, let's play this clip. And it was of this like young child crying and saying like, can you, speaking of young child, can you know, please, I need my dad. He's not a criminal. Please have it in your heart to return him. You know what I mean? And just freaking out. Like, you're traumatizing all of these children. Like, yet again, the Trump administration. And the ICE guy was just like, yeah, you know, it as a father of 6, you know, it really breaks my heart that this is happening, you know, when parents break the law and do this to their children.
Father of 6? Put a condom on, bro.
But he's blaming, and it's like, dude,
on a government salary too.
Of course, he thinks the world's too populated because he's living in a house with 6 fucking kids.
Like, they're coming here as for the promise to.
I could do that for you.
like people come here
What's
for
up,
the
Gucci?
promise of like this job that is there for them. You know what I mean? And and they're not. And then they're just getting like pulled in like that. And he kept referring to them as aliens, which is like so fucked. Like they're not.
As
I
a
don't
Hispanic,
like that.
I thought that was super rude. Like I was like, dude, I'm from this planet, you know? Like when
Yeah.
people would say aliens, like I remember being a little kid going, illegal aliens. Like, I was thinking of like chest bumping out people. Like, dude, you know?
You know, and language.
Am I going to get powers?
Language is important because they are talking about people as if they're not people, and the rhetoric is coming from the White House.
Invade. It's an invasion. It's
infestation.
And they're like and then they're like, well, the NPR guy was asking this guy questions, and he's like, well, they're coming here illegally. We have the laws on the books and all that stuff.
Dehumanizing them.
And compared people coming here to work in these factories for their families to drug dealers and to people who are breaking the law, like, and abusing like drugs and their children and all this stuff. They comparing it to just criminals. These are not criminals. These are people. We have a whole system built for people like coming here to work in these factories.
Well, and
they shouldn't
interesting
be punished for it. We're punishing the victim here, you know?
100%. And the one of the other interesting aspects of this is I remember reading this article a couple of years or a couple of months ago about how particularly in Midwestern prisons, they were starting to toy with the idea and starting to run pilot programs of farming out prisoners to do farm work that migrant workers used to do. Or still do in a large part of the country. So it's like, all right, we're going to criminalize these people because we're already paying them shit wages. We're going to kick the ones out that we can because fuck those people. Let's just kick them out of here. We don't fucking need them. And then the ones that we criminalize that we're going to keep here, we're going to sell them back to the same fucking farms to do the same fucking work for 13 cents a day or whatever the fuck they get paid. And it's fucking ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's infuriating.
And it's like, it's one of those things that I was poking a joke. This is not a joking matter at all, but like, you know, I'm a citizen here, and when I got arrested one time for shoplifting, I didn't have an identification on me, and they held me a day over. They let my homegirl go because she was a fucking blonde, even though that bitch was actually born in Mexico. They let her go just because she's a blonde white girl. They detained me because they couldn't verify if I was a citizen or not. And I'm like, dog, I am a citizen. Fuck you. That's why I'm over here stealing, because I ain't shit. You don't find fucking people that are undocumented out there fucking stealing clothes or doing shit. They're selling them. They're hustling them. They're doing the opposite. You know, like I'm a product of
they're working they're working at poultry farms that no one wants to work at. No one wants to work.
They get in car accidents or they get hurt and they don't go to the doctors because they're afraid of being deported. You know what I mean? For someone to come here and to live like that, they give up everything that they've known because they need to have a better life. And they're coming here and getting paid shit to do a hard job that no one else here wants to do. You know, and they are the victims in this, and they are being punished, like living in fear.
I saw another story of this guy that an Iranian guy got detained by ICE, and that he lived in Detroit, and he got to Detroit when he was 6 months old. So all he knows is the U.S. He didn't speak Iranian. He was Christian. They deported him, and he died homeless in Iran because he couldn't find insulin. He was diabetic, and so there was a video that somebody recorded, and it's a recording of him saying like, I told him I've been in the States since I was 6 months old. I know nothing, and he didn't know anybody, nothing, and died homeless and find insulin. And that's like, that death is just on their hands. Like, how do you send somebody back who knows they know nothing of that country? It's just fucking insane. It's insane.
It's inhumane.
And what do you get out of it? Like it's not someone who has done anything wrong, except for crossing an imaginary line when they were 6 months old, or being brought across an imaginary line. Even if they crossed it when they were 18, they haven't done anything wrong. They're working and contributing. You know, we've got, you know, they're working and contributing to the country. And what are we going to do? You're going to take more taxpayer money to send them away because for what? Like, it's like out of spite. Like, there's no, like, I can't find a good reason for it. Like, if you had like a valid reason that's like, even if it was a questionable reason, it's like, okay, like we can have that conversation, but there's no, like, it's out of spite. Like, it's
the
just
reason
hatred.
it's for votes. It's for votes. It's to use fear to control people and to get them to vote for you. He's creating this invasion and this fear in people. And that's the reason. That's the reason. It's for that. It's disgusting.
It's fucked up. It's disgusting. It is disgusting.
Pass me that blunt, please.
Thank you for helping my. Oh, by the way, all the in and outs. If anybody's watching, my kid's in the living room, and my entertainment for her died. So Art had to turn on the TV because I couldn't figure it out.
So the TV remote was hidden, so it wasn't your fault. It wasn't like hidden. It was just it was sat in plain sight. Anyways, what were you guys talking about?
We're talking about the raids
Oh yeah, that's not good.
on families. And it's
Fuck,
like,
the raids on
so
family never good.
on NPR too, they asked the guy, they're like, where are they? They're like, oh, we ship them to, so this is in Mississippi.
them.
They ship them over to, yeah, so he said,
They sound like they're strawberries.
to Louisiana in a, like, holding thing. And he asked, well, what's the conditions like? And all he said is like, well, it's like normal conditions for like for illegal aliens where we put them. It's just the normal conditions, which doesn't, like, what the fuck?
I know that can mean anything. Guantanamo Bay to Motel 5.
Like, what, you know, these are people that are here, like, if, like, go to their work, process them if you have to, like, talk, figure out a better way to do this, but this is just so disruptive, and it's just mean.
They picked up the little girl. I can't remember the state. They picked up this little girl on her way to school, walking to school, without a parent, without anybody. She was walking by herself. They picked her up and they detained her for 3 days until they fucking found out she was a citizen. So they're just going looking for brown people.
They are, because that's how they identified
them
them at these factories, because that's what they said. They were just there talking to people and detaining people that looked like they might not have documentation.
We just got to teach all the Mexicans to talk like surfers.
Dude, Art always coming in with like the great suggestions.
Bro, I'm from here, man. I'm from the valley. No, that's not right. I'm sorry.
they didn't listen to me.
It's like the reverse of like Born in East LA.
Yeah, that's where I got the idea from. Like, all of my knowledge comes from like Cheech Marin and Tommy Chong, pretty much.
Dude, so
And then they're not even gonna like go after the people who are hiring them. Like it's like a no, we're just gonna take the low. Like it's such an insane fucking concept to me.
Companies, they could fucking make money, but they're just gonna fucking make the poor.
yeah.
And as someone that spent like years living illegally in another country, like the stress that it puts on you is crazy. But the way that this is being handled is just so like it's inhumane, and it's fucking insane. Like I don't know how people can support it. I don't know how people can like honestly say, well, you know, these parents shouldn't have brought their kids over that way. You know, it's the parents' fault. Like I don't know how you can be that much of a piece of shit that you have just no empathy for someone trying to do a day's work and send their kid to school.
And putting them in the same category as drug dealers, drug users, and fucking and criminals.
I don't know.
Really, what the fuck this country has turned into? Is it even better to come here?
Well, because I feel like a lot of people like seek places as like, if once I get to that place, it'll be fine. Like the grass is always greener, and
Sure, but I think
no one
it's
ever tries to
changing,
fix their own communities around themselves.
We're the only country that has this like mass shooting fucking thing that's happening on this rate, at this rate. Like it's crazy. And I, like in the pre-show, Eric, you were talking about the president and that baby, like the orphan baby.
What is
Can
this?
someone talk about that? Because I'm not clear on the details, but from what I know, it's like fucked up.
The president and his wife were just down in El Paso, touring hospitals.
After the mass shooting there, right?
After the mass shooting, and there was this baby, like it's a fucking tiny little baby that was that was both of their, I guess it was an adopted baby. I mean, I don't know 100% the story, but both of this baby's parents were killed. The baby had some like a some sort of like kind of small fracture in their collarbone or something from the whole incident. So they went to the hospital. The baby left the hospital days ago. With who's ever taking care of it. I'd imagine it's family of those people. I don't know all of that particulars. And because none of the victims that were injured in the hospital still wanted to meet. They all refused to meet with President Trump. So the White House requested that this baby come back to the hospital, and
it did.
There's a photo of Melania Trump holding this baby, and our president just sits smiling and giving a thumbs up. Like,
can we find that photo?
Yeah. Give me a second here.
That's nuts. That's like why did the guardians of this baby bring it back to the hospital?
I don't know.
Either they're Trump supporters.
I think they are.
Or the White House like made them.
I heard.
I mean,
I heard on NPR again that the uncle of the baby, wanted to talk to Trump and kind of bring up his rhetoric, and that the baby's parents were Trump supporters.
I mean,
the same baby, but it sounds like it is. And the guy who shot up, it was in the wall. The El Paso is in the Walmart, right?
Yes.
And didn't the president say Toledo first?
Yeah, he made that mistake, just like he did when the fire happened in up in where I can't think. But no, I lost my train.
Sorry, the Walmart. The Walmart.
Oh yeah. So and the guy who shot it up, like, is a Trump supporter and like has a lot of his rhetoric where Trump is again, it's coming from the White House, dehumanizing Mexican and brown people, and saying things like shithole countries and that Mexicans are rapists and drug dealers and all this stuff.
Yeah, he drove to El Paso because it's predominantly Latin.
What was the most messed up thing he did?
Out.
Was like when he referred to it was like kind of at the earlier stages when he referred to them as mosquitoes, and was like, I hate mosquitoes. That was like the first step of like
Trump did.
Yeah, and I thought that was like, because then he could talk once he made the comparison to them as mosquitoes. Then he could start talking about how he hates mosquitoes and they're pesky and they're drains, and like really start, oh, we just lost Eric.
Eric is lost in the ether.
I think he'll call back. So.
But yeah, dude, it's really kind of scary what's going on in this country, and like we're rounding up people. We're rounding up fucking people and doing it in such a way that is traumatic and unnecessary, and it's costing us a lot of money to do it. I can't. It's hard. It's hard to take, and I don't know what I can do about it. You know what I mean? But I feel like there has to be something.
It's messed up, dude. I wish ICE would just get like all the homeless people from under the bridges. There he goes back. I accept.
Yeah, we need to melt ice. Melt the ice.
Hey guys.
Me gusta hielo, pero no me gusta ice.
I would like to find out these motherfuckers that work in ICE. How many of them came from immigrants? Because I don't know if you guys saw that one girl, Ice Bay, like the girl that
signing up.
She was guarding Biden when he went to go visit one of those detainment centers, and she's like apparently really hot, but that bitch is brown as fuck, and it's like, bitch.
First of all, a lot of Mexicans are hella racist. I know that. I know that because they're in my family, and they're just like that. Even in Mexico, it's divided into like light skinned and darker skinned, and if you're darker, you're tough to.
Yeah, you know how many times
it just happens. It's like
to say like mejorar la sangre, mejorar el sangre, like marry light, have babies with light people.
Yeah, and also like Mexico has their own like wall and shit to all the other countries, like Guatemala.
Yeah.
South of them, they do this. They do the same shit. So,
As a matter of fact, a Mexican guy was at the bar yesterday asking me if the bar was Mexican owned because of the gordito that owns it. And I was like, oh, he's Guatemalan. And he's like, oh, he doesn't look Guatemalan. He looks Mexican. And I was like,
Yeah.
why? Because
Ew.
he's not short and stumpy, like, and dark. Like, fuck you. Fucking. And that man was fucking dark and short.
But why even say shit like that?
you're just raised. They're raised that way. It's really weird. It's fucked up because like a lot of those dark people like hate themselves because they grow up just being
My
taught that
grandfather
that's
did.
the worst
Yeah,
version.
he was super dark,
it's sad.
and he was super racist.
Yeah, it's really sad. Like,
It's like the darker that he was so racist.
mhm. Like, oh yeah, we used to make fun of my sister because she was dark. And like,
Yeah,
just-
I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure
I
I've
didn't even know
mentioned
why.
it.
It was just like the kind of fun ease. It was low hanging fruit on the make fun.
I'm
of
pretty
thing,
sure
so.
I've mentioned this, but my daughter's, her dad's side, when I was pregnant, kept on making comments about wanting her to come out light like them. And I finally cussed them out right before I popped, and I was just like, you know what, as long as she doesn't come out fat like you guys, I'm good. Like, I don't know why her color is so important, and it's like you're telling her tan mom you want her to come out light. Joke's on them, she came out dark anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it's just crazy. It's a crazy thing.
I know it's all good. Like we gotta just mix it up anyways. Like you gotta take the super light skinned with the dark and mix it, you know, so everyone can become sunproof, tan people. Like we all want to be like the Rock in the future, you know, just everyone, just like girl versions of the Rock, and like you know, just Rock with titties, and then the Rock without.
Rock with okay.
Like
Rock
yeah,
with titties.
let's like a big buff woman.
Art's
with
doing
that's
a lot
tan.
of dick sucking today. Amazon, The Rock. I don't know what's going on with you.
It's happy for them. You
I
guys
used
don't
to
like
be,
The Rock?
I used to be like, I love The Rock.
You think a woman version of The Rock would be unattractive?
I used to have a life size cutout of The Rock
I actually really 100% believe that.
as the Scorpion King. It
No
was
way.
awesome.
The
Yes.
digital version? Remember when he turned into the actual Scorpion one?
Yeah,
It
that
looked
was
like
weird.
a PlayStation game come to life.
Yeah, that was weird. Well,
Yeah, Eric said his connection is looking pretty shitty, so
okay.
we
Well,
definitely lost him. You think?
bye, Eric.
Bye, Eric.
Uh,
Hasta luego, Polaco.
so I know that Mel wants to talk about a celery juice update.
I just want to update you guys.
First of
on
all,
this.
I want some celery juice. I was
Yeah,
told
I'm
there
gonna
was going to
start
be some
doing it.
here.
No one told you that.
On her text said I'm bringing a celery juice. Oh, Eric's trying again.
Never
I
did
don't-
I ever say that.
I did not read that.
Are
You're
you
just
serious?
making shit up.
Did I make that up?
You made that
Yes.
up. You really made that
I
up.
swear to God, I thought I said.
I said I wanted to
What'd you-
just.
Are you there, Eric?
I think so. Yeah. What's up? Can you guys see
Hi,
me?
he's back.
We can hear you, but we can't see
We
you
can't
yet.
see
We'll
you.
give it a second though.
All good. We could hear him.
Yeah, I tried to.
I said
think
I wanna
my-
talk about it.
The internet's kind
I'm
of.
gonna bring up celery juice. Yeah, I was just glancing at that shit.
You
'Cause I was
don't
doing a
read.
bunch
You
of
need to
choring.
read
I don't.
everything.
I don't. I just go. All right.
Look at.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to update you guys. The celery juice is fucking going good for me. So, the 21-day detox challenge that I was in has now finished. I won the second place prize. Not for my,
Prize?
I didn't get the biggest transformation, but I was the most consistent and the most involved when it came to like the recipes and stuff. And dude, so the celery, I made the mask out of the pulp with white yogurt, honey, and cucumbers. And my face is clearing up a lot. I was a little stressed out last week, so I broke out, but it's all starting to clear up again. But this celery juice is just making me feel wonderful, and my belly is shrinking. Like, and I'm not working out. I'm not drinking beer or whiskey anymore, but the celery juice, it's magical. I really suggest you guys get on it.
I'm gonna try it.
Anti-inflammatory. It fights infections. It, prevents STIs. I mean, UTIs. Urinary tract infection.
UTIs.
I don't like those.
Yeah.
Well,
it's God
I'm gonna
juice.
try it, so I'll update you guys.
Yeah, you
Cause I got a Vitamix. I'm gonna do that shit.
do that shit.
I have a juicer. Could I make celery juice with that?
Yeah.
That's even better. I should come here and make my celery juice in bulk in your juicer, because
But
then I
hear-
skip a whole process.
No, but I hear that you should do it fresh because it loses its when you juice something, it loses its thing within like 10 minutes.
Oh,
In
no
10
way.
minutes, where does it go?
I don't know, just look it up, but that's what I
Is
heard.
that like how sperm dies in oxygen?
Probably. Exactly.
Eric, are you being quiet or do we not have audio?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Okay,
hear 'em.
you were just being quiet. I was like,
So I was smoking weed the other day, as one does, and my friend Felicia was over. She rolled a blunt, and then I had lit incense, and
Was
then
she
I
losing hard at Domino's?
lit not yet. That was later on. I lit the blunt, and I'm like, oh, it kind of smells like incense. Like that incense is strong, but she had put lavender in with the weed.
How much? Because I mean, I figured a little bit
Yeah.
might be bomb, but too much could ruin
Yeah,
it, right?
it was. I think it
Was it-
got to be a
was it
little too
dry?
much because it was in a
She
blunt,
extra.
but she was somewhere at like this weed thing, and they had like all these
So
mixtures.
it's regular
And my
flavored
friend
blunt?
Shay, my friend Shay was talking about making herbal cigarettes or shit like that. But it was like kind of relaxing. But yeah, I
What?
mean it's interesting.
I would put the frankincense.
I don't think
like
you
flavor
wanna.
anything.
I don't think you
so I
wanna.
just
Oh, yeah,
rub
that's
the
why
essential
poison,
oils on
huh?
your fucking pressure points or whatever in the fucking your chakras.
Yeah,
and that
Mel's
shit.
not in. Mel's just in the straight up.
You know,
shit.
putting oil in there's it could be a little weird, right?
It's fucking weird.
You got to put the right amount, and definitely the
Why
right
don't you
kind.
put like other kind of oil in it?
Yeah, I mean THC oil is fine because you're putting that
Oil?
plant back on the plant, you know. And lavender's probably fine because as far as I know, you can't be poisoned by it. But like, there's probably some like incense flavors or like vape shot flavors that it could be super concentrated, and you probably don't want to just like put that shit on there, you know.
Yeah, you gotta be.
Yeah, people, because I like some of those nicotine vape ones. Like some of that shit can like kill you if it gets on your hand because it could just overdose you with nicotine.
What?
Yeah, gotta watch out
Damn.
for that.
I gotta tell Zach.
Did you ever see that movie? Thank You for Smoking.
Yes.
No.
They cover at one point. They take this guy. He's like a lobbyist for the tobacco industry, and they take him and they cover his body with nicotine patches to try and kill him. Because they're like,
Yeah.
they try to poison him with nicotine because of his years of smoking. They couldn't, which was kind of
Yeah.
awesome. But
It
then,
saved his life.
but then it was like, if you have any nicotine now, you will die, because they had to like detox him so hard, so he couldn't smoke, and he had to stop.
Is that a true story?
I don't know, probably not. But
It's a fun one.
it is a
Sounds
fun
good.
story, and it's educational.
great
It's a
movie.
great film too. Yeah.
I watched it as one of like when I like had a big report type thing in college. I was a journalism major.
Oh yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. You got those skills from somewhere.
Yeah, I was taught it in the classroom.
I thought it was just from like being a waitress.
Melania's face. Oh man. Well, speaking of Melania's face,
Bow in your face.
we talked about your toes being licked
Ew.
with something else. You're getting a lot of bar action these days.
Oh, well, yesterday at the bar at work, there was like this one couple that was at the corner of the bar, so they're making out. And then Sarah Bacon and this one of our new regulars, Robert, they're talking.
Can I just say really fast that this bar is the infamous cinema bar?
Yes.
The Chinema bar.
The Tinama.
Yeah, that's what.
But then I was sitting down and I was making out. I was also making out.
Damn, on the clock.
So bad air. Yes.
Damn.
I got Zach to walk to 10 bars so that I could make out.
to 10 bars. Damn.
And Bad Eric was there, so Bad Eric was like, "Everybody's kissing, we should all kiss."
Oh, dude, that
And
guy.
so then I dared him to kiss Edwina, and he took the dare.
Everybody's kissing.
And so Edwina slapped the shit out of him.
Yes.
Edwina slapped the shit out of
That's
him.
assault.
It was so funny. And
No,
so then
the
she got
kissing,
up.
not the
So then she got up and she fucking grabbed me and kissed me all over. It was a weird thing. There was a kiss fest at the bar, but Edwina kissed me in the mouth.
Oh my god.
And then she made the grossest comment after that. She goes, "Everybody's making out. Where's your dad? I'll make out with him." And I was just like, "Oh fuck
No,
no!"
she loves Rod.
My eyes and my ears and my thoughts are all burning.
That's so
Just
funny.
days. Yeah, but there was lots of action. There was lots of kissing action. I
So
tried to
funny.
get Zach and Eric to kiss, but they
I
wouldn't.
just threw up in my mouth several times.
That is
You know, he's losing the. He's a man with nothing to lose anymore because he's losing Apex.
Apex, yeah, they have a sign. I didn't know if he was bullshitting, but they have a sign on the window now.
Yeah, it's going out of
Closing
business
stores going.
officially.
Sale.
why.
I
Oh,
don't know.
They bought that.
We got an eel back in the fish tank yesterday too.
It's got to be you know,
What it
that's
what
a
was that
landmark.
that-
It's been in so many movies and stuff.
Deuce Bigelow, Mel Gigolo,
Yep,
Yeah, what?
Hugh
Yeah.
Hauser.
and a bunch of shit.
Rob, get him to save it.
Yeah. I don't get anyone to save anything, you know. I'll just be that guy that goes, I remember when.
Well,
That's
dude, also in Culver City news, the street. What's the word I'm looking for? The little
Spit it
mall,
out,
the little
girl.
mall area that the Scarlet Lady and the Tattletale are at
Yeah.
just got sold. So
Oh,
they got
yeah.
5 years left, and then both bars will be gone, and then their regulars are gonna disperse like the plague into Culver City.
What?
They're all coming to Sin.
Fuck no! I hope they all stop at Joxers. Don't get
Yeah, I
squashed
mean,
by
I
the
don't know.
plague.
We'll see.
don't open early enough for most of them.
Yeah, because they might end up going up the street to the
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 cozy?
brewery. No, the BJ's brewery at the mall, or there's a
That doesn't open till 10 either.
yeah, but there's that little Cholo bar that used to be the Wingstop. It's like a sports bar, little like.
Cholo Bar? Where?
Cholo bar,
Oh, you guys don't know
Wingstop.
about it. Never mind.
You
No.
don't even know
It's a
about it.
need-
You just
it's a
made it
need to
up
know
like
thing.
like the celery juice.
I want to know. I want to know where it's at. I'm
Make
looking
up
for a new bar.
Celery juice is very real, Fina. I didn't make
You
that
made
up.
You made up that she was bringing it.
No, I just didn't see the word I'm gonna bring up
Mhm.
celery juice. I just saw I'm gonna bring you.
Oh.
Because I was choring really hard today. I took my
There goes my
chainsaw
child
out
again.
and I cut
Excuse
down a
me.
bunch of burglabilias because they were starting to hang over to the parking lot. And now it's like a nice line.
I'm gonna
Oh,
borrow
nice.
that chainsaw.
Seraphie's gonna borrow my chainsaw.
I'm gonna
That's
do
what
some
it's about,
chainsawing
you know?
today.
When you have the farm life, you never stop farming.
You never stop farming. I'm gonna take like about 30 eggs today too.
Yeah, dude. We had 2 chickens brooding pretty hard, and I monitored them for the last 2 days, and I was like, all right. So I just went in there, I took the lids off, and then I pulled out the whole thing with the chicken in it. They're making sounds. I pull them out. I lay it down. I pick them up and just put it down, and then just kind of free them into like regular consciousness, and they're just like, wow, like they like snap out of trying to be a mother. It's so funny because humans are so much different, you know. Like a lot of our females like spend a lot of time not wanting to be mothers, and these chickens are sitting there trying to
What?
be mothers. They get hypnotized into it, like, if these eggs would hatch, you know, and you just have to like snap them out of it. It was really beautiful.
And once they start brooding, it's like contagious. Like they all want it now. It's like, oh, this is what we're supposed to be doing. Like you start getting 2 in there, 3 in there. It gets nuts.
Well, there was 2, so I just took it out and put them back into consciousness. It was our chickens are back now, and I think it happens when there's a higher egg count. Just for out there, if anyone want any farm tips, get your eggs. You know, the more eggs you leave in the nest, more likely they are to brood. It seems. But I just go in there and pick them up now. Wow, it was awesome. Because they were fluffed up. They're like every feather on them was like in guard mode. And then I pick them up, put them down, then they're just like, oh, like it was like they were unhypnotized. Really cool.
Nice. All right, fools.
Nice. All right, dude. Well, you have a good rest of your time in that place that you're in.
I'm gonna jump out here. There's some sort of big ass street party going on apparently.
Yeah, what country are you in? I said Poland earlier, but I don't think you're in Poland anymore, are you?
Prague.
I'm in the Czech Republic now. I'm in Prague.
Yeah.
He said bye, Polaco.
What's your problem?
I don't know, man. But
Stupid.
Check
Then,
later.
fucking crazy. All right. I love you, fools. I'll check you guys later.
Miss
Love
you.
it
Hurry
too.
up, bring your ass
See
back.
you soon.
See you guys Sunday.
Bye.
Later.
Peace.
Bye.
Thanks, mate.